Welcome back. Going to the second half here of Dropped Frames. Someone in chat reminded me we didn't talk about the hype train stuff. So just real quick, Cohh, I know you turned it
Oh
off.
yeah.
Um, I pushed it as far to like the hardest to activate and all that nonsense as possible. So it's probably rarely going to show up. Zeke, what have you messed with it at all? You leaving it where it's at? What's your channel with the hype train at?
Um, I've had two of them,
Yeah,
and both of them like went to completion, I guess, to the highest level or whatever.
yeah,
The first time it happened, I was unaware. I didn't know like it was just activated. You didn't like activate it yourself.
yeah.
So I just sat there and talked to chat while it was going on, and we I asked questions to see what was up and stuff like that. And I saw it a lot in the GDQ chats and stuff like that. So for the first time out, like not to be like good guy Zeke or whatever. I was just kind of like, what's happening? And I wasn't like thanking anybody. So I just told everybody at the end of it, this was just like an experiment to see like what happens and that kind of shit. So I ended up giving all the whatever I made from that to the GDQ, whatever. But the second time, I was like, this is kind of cool. Like it doesn't happen. Like it happened like once in the last like three broadcasts or something like that, or twice in the last three broadcasts.
Yeah.
I didn't know that there was settings to it or anything like that.
Right.
But I mean, I'm not against it. Like a channel like mine is pretty geared to stuff like that, to gimmicks and fun breaks from the games and the opportunity to get weird and stuff. But like someone with a bigger audience like Cohh or something like that, I could see how it could be like a complete and total disruption like every fucking day. Because the last hype train I got was from nothing other than I started the stream.
Yeah.
And that's when people like
resub.
like do their
That's what happened to me.
the resub.
Yeah.
And it starts the hype train because it notices like people are resubbing. And I don't know how many it takes or whatever, but I mean, I told my chat like I view the hype train kind of like I viewed when text to speech was like a big thing and people were making money because it was funny to hear like the voice go like in West Philadelphia, born and raised. Like, you hear like a tip message with like, song lyrics or like I brought my helicopter, bada, 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 like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna go out of style, I'd imagine fairly quickly. And if it becomes too disruptive to like the chat or the channel flow and stuff like that, I'll turn it off, turn it down, whatever. But as of now, we're having fun with it. It doesn't bother me. And also, like, I mean, frankly, it's voluntary. If you want to keep the hype train going, that's up to you. And I love money. Money's great. You ever had it? It's great. So like, I'm all for getting more of it.
Yeah. A lot of people in chat, I did a poor job of introducing. This is a hype train. Basically anything that happens in the chat, whether it's a cheer, a sub, a resub, a gifted sub, anything like that. It starts one of these things depending on what your settings are set at, and kind of takes over the chat bar at the very top. I don't think it works on mobile. I think it's only on desktop client at this point in time. But
they can participate. They just can't see it.
Oh, they can participate. They just can't. Okay.
Yeah. I also found out that as a broadcaster, I
you can't manipulate it. Yeah.
10 subs and it didn't move the meter.
Yep.
So that's something I learned as well.
I learned that too because I was so the one time that it happened in my chat, the first time I didn't know what was happening. It
was surprised to me too. Yeah.
It just started. And so it like scrolled off and we match gifted subs on my channel. So everyone was gifting subs to like push the thing up. So then I was like, all right, I'm going to match all these subs. Matched, I think, like 80 or 90 subs, and it didn't move the meter at all. And I was very sad. I was wanting it just to be done with and over with. But
how many did you match?
In that particular time, 89. Overall, I think I've matched.
Jeez.
I think like lifetime, I'm at like 3,300 or something like that. Matched gifted subs or something.
God damn, Baru, what are you doing?
Yeah. But anyways, that's besides the point. I do think it is pretty, what's the word? Intrusive, I think, to a broadcast. However, I do think it's a great gimmick, and it definitely works when people see that thing ticking down. I mean, it's worked obviously across Twitch because it's a thing that existed on most broadcasts where someone would sub and it would start a train and a countdown would start, right? So It's just kind of an evolution of that. But I think it needs some tweaks. I think it needs to not be as like all over the place in terms of everything that's activated when it goes on. And with Twitch's track record, I don't know if we'll see that. I think probably the product will stay where it's at right now and won't really change much over the next course of months, but we'll see. And
Where
then
do you find it in your dashboard?
it's under partner. If you go
Okay.
that
Preferences, partner, right?
yeah, and it should if you
Partner
scroll down,
onboarding, no.
it's just in there. It's just called Hype Train, I think. Towards the bottom, if I recall correctly.
Oh, there it is. Okay, community support recognition. There it is. Okay.
Yeah, and you can see all the different options.
Okay.
Yeah. And Cohh, I know you and Bike Man and a couple other broadcasters have all kind of turned it off, which is the other polar opposite of it. Yeah, the thoughts on it. What do you think of the Hype Train stuff?
I turned it off for a few reasons. First of all, it's very intrusive, and I strongly dislike that viewers do not have the option to remove it. So if you're having a conversation with somebody, if you're enjoying the show and trying to comment on it, and like one of these hype trains drops, there's no way to get it off your screen. There's no way to stop it, and it kind of like takes over the channel.
Yeah.
Which that's one of the reasons I stopped doing sub trains. So it's kind of like, that's the thing there. Also, I was always under the impression that the emotes you would get, we would be able to upload emotes, which I thought was really fun. So when I first heard of hype trains, I thought if we got to a level 5 hype train, then all the people would get like 6 of our emotes that they could then use all around Twitch for like 24 hours or something.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of some weird generic emotes, and I didn't really see anyone playing
or something, right?
Yeah, I didn't really see anyone using them after it happened, so that was kind of weird. And another thing is I was also kind of hoping they would find some creative and fun ways to include people that may not necessarily have money. So hype trains are basically all about money. They are 100% money centric. And if you are not giving the streamer money, you are essentially not involved. And that's another thing.
Hype.
Exactly. You're not which is so weird. Like that's directly equating like channel hype with people giving the streamer money. Also there's this kind of fundamental issue with them that I think is something that isn't really talked about too much. And that is, if you think about what a hype train is, a hype train is kind of based on sub trains of yore. If you remember, like from back in the day, people would get sub trains going. We used to have timers on our screen. If people would sub, that number would go up. And the thing about sub trains is sub trains never started hype. They slowly built it up over time. And then when they got to a point, when they earned it, being the key word, when there was like value in the event that was occurring, that's when sub trains really got hype. Like, a new streamer's on a 200 sub train. That's double the amount of subs he has. Oh my God, this is huge. This is a hype moment. Like, let's feed into it. Let's grow this. The issue is that the Twitch hype trains have flipped that on its head. Instead of having hype for something that deserves hype, these try to artificially create hype where it is not yet there. So if a lot of events happen that are, in a quick moment, yeah, that's pretty cool. But that doesn't necessarily mean there should be like 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes of people continuing to throw money at you. Like that's not really like that. In my mind, those don't connect. It's kind of reversing the whole premise. So now here's the thing. All of that being said, I think hype trains are great for some channels. I think they really work for some channels. And I'm not advocating that they need to go away or be turned off. What I would love to see is I would love to see more options with hype trains. Let us really make hype trains happen when some really big events are met, and then make it clear that that's why it's happening. Let us include channel points and things that the viewer may not, so the viewers can involve themselves that don't pay for it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here. When a hype train happens, does everybody get the emote unlocked that are in the channel?
No, it's random.
Or only the people who contribute to the hype train?
Oh, that
I think only people who participate.
Let's see.
That's a huge issue. Why is it? I mean, you don't need to be giving money to be hype. You can be typing in chat. You can be telling your buddies. You can be getting your out of Twitch communities involved. Like, why everyone should be included in these hype events? It shouldn't be just about giving the caster money. So
at the very
I
least,
kind of want to see this.
The people who get gifted subs, Like not the people
Oh
shelling them out.
yeah, exactly.
The people who get the gifted subs should be in. And the thing, the legality of it is, it's like you are getting something that is worth 0 MSRP. So that's why they can do that.
Well, the
It's
thing
worth
I'd like to see
$0.
with hype trains is I feel like there's this huge amount of lost opportunity because by only really fundamentally including people who are giving money or paying money, like that's a huge portion of all of our communities that is just being not involved. And there's tons of fun, interesting, and creative ways that you could have that happen. Like imagine if, the 6 emotes at the top tier, everyone in the channel got that unlocked and they could then put them all over Twitch for 24 hours. So it was like if some big streamer was at a level 5 hype train, all of a sudden it's like you're telling your buddies, "Hey, like get in here. Like this is awesome. We're all going to get emotes. Like come on, you don't even need to, you don't need to pay any money. Don't worry. Let's just hang out, enjoy the hype, and we'll kind of like build off of that." But yeah, I don't know. It's whoa, what is this?
If I use this, will I look like a sellout?
I missed that part of the Q&A.
As with subs and bits, we are providing this feature as a tool to help you gain. Sorry to interrupt what you guys were talking.
No, go ahead.
For the community and the community to have fun in the process. Our goal is in creating an organic kickoff mechanism is to let the feature happen naturally without any direct intervention from you, in order to limit the feeling of quote selling out by directly asking for contributions. That said, we know this feature won't be for every community, so you can turn it off anytime and you feel it's not contributing positively to your stream.
Also, props to Twitch for letting us turn that off.
Yeah.
We have certainly gotten things in the past that are similar to this where we have not had the option to do that. So, and again, like even though I have a lot of constructive criticism for the hype train system, I am not saying it should go away. I would just like to see a lot more options to include more people, more customization for channels of different sizes, and more malleability in terms of not only including everybody, but giving people really tangible, awesome reasons for being a part of the hype train. Which I think could come with custom emotes and maybe even other fun stuff that they could do. The thing about systems like this is a Twitch system being made by Twitch for Twitch. Like the sky is the limit with this stuff.
Right.
Like we should be seeing really creative, interesting, fun, engaging things from this. Like not just basic stuff. Like they can do anything. So yeah, I really hope that unfortunately, Twitch is working up this reputation of delivering half-finished systems, and then instead of like finishing them, just moving on to the next thing. Channel points, unfortunately, being kind of an example of that. So I'm really hoping this doesn't become one of those systems that just kind of like, here it is, next. I hope they kind of like really develop this into something awesome that we may all want to use regardless of our sizes and requirements and what we want.
Yeah. I will also say this, and I think Zeke kind of touched on it. It works.
It does.
It's very beneficial when a hype, at least the first couple, or the first one did. I think it was like 230 or 240 subs, and I don't know how much cheer, but it definitely like works. And I can only imagine what that does to smaller channels as well. It's probably monumental.
For smaller and mid-tier streamers, like the people like 50 to 750 around that areas, like I've seen a few of them that have made custom overlays for hype trains. So when a hype train hits, they stop their gameplay, they flip over to their hype train overlay, and then it's just that until it goes. And dude, I have been in channels
something like that. Fucking that's so stupid.
You do that, don't you? But dude, their communities love it. Like I've been in those channels, and dude, everyone's having a great time. Everyone's spamming emotes. Like for that, like more power to them. I'm thrilled it's working for them. And more importantly, you're seeing infusions of monetary goodness that I'm sure are hard to rival at those levels. So I mean, it's great, man. I mean, it's really working for some people, and more power to the people that it is.
Yeah, Zeke, you mentioned it was going off in GDQ. Didn't they get to like 4,000% or something at tier 5?
Yeah, something like that.
All the Twitch primes and gifted subs and bits and all that stuff. Another thing they did, what was the name of that? There was an extension they used to where you could use bits to manipulate what was happening in the Zelda randomizer game.
Oh, the randomizer.
Crowd control. They had like
2 million, 3 million bits,
2.8 or 3 million bits cheered. Yeah, to manipulate that. Yeah. That was really cool to see for sure.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
And for those of you like there were people in the.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cohh.
Go ahead.
There were people in the Twitch chat saying like, "You're giving money to Amazon, instead of the charity, stop using the hype trains. Like, just want everyone to know, like, the hype trains that were in the GDQ, like, Twitch gives all of it back. Like the Prime subs, the fucking gifted subs, all that shit. They don't take a cut as far as I've been told.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, that's a short explanation of the hype train and where we're at. I think we can all agree we'd love to see more. Obviously, built the program out, do some more stuff with it. We'll see if that happens. I feel like we can end anything that Twitch adds onto the platform. It's like, build it out, please add some more stuff. We'll see what happens. And
and someone said in my chat, nobody's saying Twitch and streamers shouldn't earn a living, but there comes a breaking point where every single element is focused solely on squeezing out more money. There's some validity to that, but I honestly look at it as, because they are optional tools. Like,
right,
hype train might not fit your channel, but it might be like one of the only things that fits someone else's channel and that kind of thing. Like, feel free to like not watch channels that use every single manner of whatever to squeeze all the money out of you they possibly can.
Yeah.
But like, I view it as like, use the tools you like, if you like whatever works for you. So I get the point, but I like having the optional tools for sure.
Yeah, for sure. There's nothing wrong with it because you can turn it off, I think, is the way I look at it. Like, the fact that you can turn it off makes it less of a moral struggle for me to have it active on the channel. That, and I also made it impossibly hard to actually activate.
It's two completely different things to have a system you don't want forced on your channel or another tool in your toolbox. Like, those are, and Twitch is thankfully going the toolbox route. Because like what's super cool is, hype trains are not something, they're off, and I don't plan on turning them on. The next charity stream I do, if I'm matching subs and stuff like that, oh hell yeah, I'll turn that on. And every time it happens, I'll be matching every sub on my own. Like, let's do this. Like, there's lots of situations where you could make something like that work and benefit a lot of stuff from it. But again, being a tool in the toolbox is kind of huge, and it's very appreciated for sure.
Yeah, it'd be really awesome if they built it out for charity streams specifically, so that it like bypassed the revenue for a streamer.
They got with Tiltify?
Yeah, and it just went straight to Tiltify and bypassed the streamer's income. Yeah, that would be amazing if they did that.
That's brilliant, dude. That's brilliant.
It'd be great, but
that would be like a new charity tool that everyone would use.
Yeah,
like, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I really hope someone from Twitch heard that.
I'm sure. I'm sure that GDQ is like, please give this to us when we use it. I'm sure they've heard that before. Who knows if they'll actually activate it or activate it? Act on it. It's just act. Sorry, I had a brain fart for a second. Let's talk about games. My mind is starting to go. There's too much critical thinking occurring. Let's start with Monster Hunter, because I think it's me and Cohh will kind of echo the same. We could probably just play back the conversation that we had when Monster Hunter World first released, and it would just.
I'm playing Monster Hunter right now.
Yeah, it's.
Do you know what I'm doing?
Oh, you're doing the mini game, the Steam mini game. Yeah.
I figured this is a good time to get rid of it, right? Like,
well, so before you do that, stop holding down the trigger. If you're using your personal Steam, save that for the update that's coming at the end of the month, because they're adding decoration rewards for that thing apparently in the first update. So you should only use the natural Steam, according to someone. According to someone that's like a lifelong Monster Hunter player. They told me that, so I have it saved up at like 17 or 18,000. So
I will put that down.
Yeah. Only use the natural stuff. Anyways, yeah, Monster Hunter Iceborne. It's great. It's a fantastic. It's less DLC and more of an expansion. It is a full on. I think I've put 80 hours into it so far. Like, I've really put a shit ton of time into it. And I put 100 plus into the original release of the game. All the monsters are great. All the weapons are great. The new zones are great. The end game is fantastic.
The end game is phenomenal.
Yeah. It's great. I don't know. That's my Monster Hunter Iceborne. It's great. Put it on the back of the box.
New cutscenes are just awesome. Like, look forward to every single one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
How's your time been with it? We played a little, or we were playing a lot last week, but our schedule started conflicting. So
yeah, Dude, I have loved it. Like, I actually turned down the sponsored stream for Iceborne that I was offered. I turned down the initial codes. I didn't think I was going to really like Iceborne.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I told the guys, I was like, I don't think I'm going to want to do this. Well, that was really dumb. Because I definitely I caught back up. I was only about halfway through the Iceborne main story the day before it came out. So I was like, let me play in the morning. I'll see if I want to play Monster Hunter again. I started playing it again and was like, okay, you know, I'm kind of good about this. Like, I'll see how Iceborne is. Started playing Iceborne, immediately fell in love. Back in love, I should say. The new zone is awesome. I really enjoy the kind of ice mechanics. I love the new monsters. And then, you know, I kind of worked my way through the main story, and people kept asking me, you know, what's your plan for endgame? What's your plan? You know, how far are you going to take this? And I was just kind of like, we'll see when we get there. I didn't really do a lot of Monster Hunter World endgame. So I didn't know if I was going to do Iceborne endgame. Then I found the guiding lands, and I was just like, wait, that's new, and that's new, and I've never seen that before. And there's this whole progression system, and wait, there's multiple monster unlocks, and I can level the zones, and I get new, and it just kept on going more and more and more, and now it's to the point where I was farming all morning. I'm almost MR 50.
Nice.
I'm planning on playing tomorrow morning and Friday morning. My goal right now is MR 69. Yeah. And so I can get a couple monsters spawned, which is, by the way, nice call devs on that monster rank there, or master rank. But yeah, so been great, man. I've really been enjoying it. And what's also been really cool is, like, I've just been playing with viewers like almost the entire time.
Dude,
Me and you got some great games, and that was a huge amount of fun. Yeah, everything is just so easy and it clicks. And when you understand how it works, it's super intuitive, and yeah, it's been really, really fun.
It's funny that I remember when Monster Hunter World first launched, everyone bitched and moaned about like how difficult it was to play with friends.
Us being those people.
Yeah. It's still like, it's not a perfect system, but it's pretty great when you could just walk up to the board, go to join session, and then it shows all your friends, and you just join their session and it works.
Well, dude, and what's even cooler is, like, for us, you know, I have my coalition application in my channel that is like a gate to a bunch of different of our community stuff. So all I do every morning is I start up my online session, I copy my session ID, chuck that over to Barry, who uploads it to the app. And then all the viewers have to do is go to the app, they click a button to make sure they got enough tokens, they get the session ID, and they join the game. And then at that point, for the rest of the day, I'm just playing with like 10 to 15 people, and we're just rotating through, and we you know, everyone kind of takes their turn and stuff. And it's been, yeah, it's so intuitive and easy. One of the easier games to play with viewers I've played with in a long time.
Yeah.
Which is really, really nice. And it's kind of fire and forget. Like, once the online session's up and that code is out in the wild, like, you're good. You're done.
That's all you gotta do. Yeah. And, you know, 16 slots, a little bit limited, but I think.
Yeah, I do wish it was a little bit more.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that drop out. You know, they'll join for like a hunt or two, and then you got to go after that. You've got other obligations, so they'll drop out and more people can get in. It's been a lot of fun for sure. New monsters. What's your favorite new monster? Where are you at with your?
Oh God, I like a lot of them. I really liked I loved the end boss guy. Like, he is badass. Like, that fight was really, really good. I like a lot of the new ice flavored dudes. It's more like what monsters don't. I really love the Glavenus with a giant axe tail or sword tail. I think is so badass. There's a lot of monsters that are just really, really cool.
Yeah.
I really like. Yeah. It'd be quicker to say which ones I don't like. And honestly, I haven't really met, like, there's almost no monster that I just won't fight. Like, if I'm in the guiding lands and I see a monster walk by, I'm kind of like, oh cool, let's get him. I love this guy, you know. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. There's a few that are a little bit more annoying than others, but dude, they're all still fun.
Last night I was trying to, so I've been playing Hunting Horn primarily, and now I'm building up another hammer set. And so the best hammer is the raw damage hammer that you get from acidic Glavenus?
Acidic Glavenus?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I spawned into a investigation with acidic Glavenus that had like 4 golds or something like that. So I spawned in, and it was me and Strippin and one other guy, and we're fighting acidic Glavenus. And around the corner comes Savage Devil Joe, which is a nightmare.
Oh.
And you can't dung him. You can't force him to run away. So we're like, cool, we're fighting that guy. And then Tigrex comes around the corner at the same time. And then Strippin disconnects. And so here I am stuck with another guy. And for 35 minutes, I just sat there cowering because everyone would just roar and you literally could not move. And I was so upset the entire time of just like not being able to do a fucking thing. And thank God I was off stream because every time I would roar, something would be thrown from the desk, and I would just get so salty.
You sound like me during my EFT runs off stream.
Yeah. It was.
Oh Lord.
It was very upsetting. But yeah, I think the only monster I don't enjoy only because it's just an annoyance. And it's also because I think that the new monsters have really cool animations. Specifically, I think Glavenus is probably my favorite. He has a sword as his tail, effectively. And they do some really cool moves where everything that you've kind of learned from the base game, they use as a way against you so that you have to unlearn that movement and do something else when it comes to movement. But I had to fight a lot of Diabolos and Black Diabolos. And on Master Rank, they're just fucking nightmare. They're just assholes. Like if they charge you or when they have you fought a Black Diabolos yet?
No, in fact, I just saw one for the first time. Yeah, just recently. I've not fought him yet. I probably will be tomorrow.
Dude, when they burrow, it's burrow, run, attack, immediately burrow, run, attack, immediately burrow, run it. Like you have 0 reaction time to do it. You just have to basically Superman jump and hope that your evade window is up.
Oh jeez.
And if they straight charge you with very little lead in time, it's a one shot. So I did not enjoy it. They're probably my least favorite mobs in Iceborne, but all the new ones are great. I think Namiel or whatever is an amazing design.
Oh yeah, the kind of jellyfish squid looking one.
Dude, yeah,
all the colors and stuff. Yeah,
their animations
cool
are insane. You mentioned like it's a dragon, but when I'm not sure of the sex of the Namiel, but when they jump up in the air, the wings like come in and it looks like a jellyfish does when a jellyfish moves in the water. And just seeing that type of animation is like, yeah, they spent a lot of time on this monster and it looks really, really cool. I'll try to.
The armor set's also pretty fabulous.
Yeah, it's very RGB. Yeah. Well, it actually looks like what's that Nintendo Switch game? Splatoon. It looks like a Splatoon character.
There you go.
Yeah, it looks like a Splatoon character. Yeah, I'm only MR 58 or 59, so I haven't seen the final monsters that you can get in the Guiding Lands yet, but I've heard they're really cool. There's like a new subspecies of Tigrex, like a brute Tigrex.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm working towards. I need the chest plate off the brute Tigrex, and I need the weapon from the Golden Rathian.
There's Golden and Silver Rathios.
Yeah, those are the 269s that I need to work up to. Yeah. Also, apparently, a couple new monsters unlock at 50. I'm not sure what those are. I'm going to be checking those out tomorrow.
You unlock tempered monsters at 50. At 49 is what that is. Which they're nightmarish. So yeah. Zeke, you played some Monster Hunter World. I don't think you were necessarily the biggest fan of it. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but what would you say your relationship with the original Monster Hunter was? Monster Hunter World, I should say.
It's an all right game. I think it's a grind that doesn't appeal to me. Is why I didn't like pick it up. I can't really say why, because I don't mind a grind game. But it's just, I don't know. I can't really say because it has nothing really going against it. Like everything is great. The action, the look, the controls, like stuff like that. But I don't know. It just didn't grab me, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I love giant monsters too, which is so strange. Maybe it's because I need to give it another chance or something.
A good time.
Is it? How hard is it? Because I think one of the things that maybe holding me back because I'm ignorant about it. How easy is it to get in like a pickup group to do like monster stuff?
Very simple.
Here's the thing.
Does it work well?
Yes.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I guarantee you that there are many members of your Twitch community that would love to play with you. And they probably have great weapons and good armor, and they can help you on your fights, and they'll teach you stuff. Like it. If you want to play Monster Hunter, there are people that will gladly play with you from your community. All you have to do is you log in, you press a button to get a session ID, you press another button to copy it to your clipboard. You don't even need to hit Control V, and then you click on your chat and do Control V. And then they can just enter your session, and at that point queue up with you. They can give you special missions that you can then queue up with them in if you're going for special gear and stuff. They can help you in the fights. It's super easy to play with your community. And I'm sure me and JP would love to play with you too if you ever want to. I want to do a Drop Frames Monster Hunter game at some point. Like, I think that'd be a blast.
Yeah.
Grab Strippin or someone else. Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be a lot of fun. Also, JP, maybe another monster to look at.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the other thing too. It's weird because like a lot of the fun of the game is like seeing the monster reveals, but if you watch streams, like you kind of see all of them. So I don't know.
Well, and another thing about that is it would be a very bad stream game for me.
It's kind of a bad stream game for most people.
It's a bad stream game in general.
Yeah.
Numbers are way down in Monster Hunter, unfortunately. People like you're expect 60 to 80% of your normal viewership.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just how it's been. It's just the math behind it.
Well, and it honestly for me it's because like co-op shit limits chat interaction and that kind of stuff. So I'm talking to people who I'm in the group with rather than talking to chat. It's constant action, so there's not a lot of breaks for me to like, have a discussion of any sort with chat or anything like that. You're constantly doing stuff.
Yeah.
Your focus has to be 100% on like if you're in a fight, it has to be 100% there. So chat's just scrolling by. Like that. So,
it's very hard to pay attention to chat because the monsters are constantly doing shit. And it only gets worse in that effect as the monsters get harder because you can't take your eyes off of them.
No, maybe I'll give it another chance on PC, like as an offline game or something like that. Because I am kind of looking for a nice grind to like take the place of other games that have popped up in the past.
Final Fantasy is a game we could play offline, maybe. Just saying,
Maybe, sure.
I know a guy that,
I know a Final Fantasy guy.
It's one of my favorite things this is random tangent. One of my favorite things to do is actually search the Final Fantasy directory and find people that are near the end of the game that I've never watched before and just watch them play the end of the game. I've done it. I don't know how many times I've watched people finish that game. It's probably in the 40/50 times now, but every time it's great because I keep expecting that one person to have a bad reaction to like sour my mood and feeling of it. But every single time they're just like, that was fucking ridiculous. That was incredible. I'm like, yeah, it was. I remember it. It was so good. And I haven't even played the game in a month. I haven't logged in a month, but that's where I'm at. Anyways, Monster Hunter. I don't know if there's anything else we need to say about it. We're having a ton of fun with it. It's replaced PoE as my offline game now. I haven't logged into PoE in like 2 or 3 days, which is a lot for me. That I would grind. I was grinding like 5 or 6. I was playing Monster Hunter for 12 hours a day on stream. I'd log off the stream and I'd boot up Path of Exile and play for 5 to 6 hours. And then I'd go upstairs and Aaron would be like, who are you? Like, I haven't seen you in forever. Like, you come up here? And you go,
what day is it?
Yeah. So I was in a bad, fully video game addicted way.
You look pale and hungry.
Yeah. Eating becomes a difficulty when you play games that much, it turns out. It's a tough deal. It's a world first streamer problem. Yeah, that's Monster. Do you guys have anything you want to add to it, or should we move on to some stuff that Zeke's been playing?
I think that's it, really.
Yeah, cool. I think Cohh, you're playing it more tomorrow. I'll be streaming it after session today or after Drop Frames.
I've got Monster Hunter. I think tomorrow morning and Friday morning, then EFT in the afternoons, then Cohh starts Saturday.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
okay, cool.
That'll probably be my hard limit is Saturday.
Yeah. I think once I get my hammer, or I have my hammer, so kind of once I want to try to hit Master Rank 69 in that. Just so I can see everything that the game has to offer at the moment. But the other thing that's crazy, Cohh, is people said the updates for Iceborne in particular, the people that played the PS4 version of it, they said the updates are very large and like pretty game changing in the stuff that they add. So I might be revisiting it. And
also, there's apparently some crazy mob that gets added in later that
I've
the console people are just like, just you wait, PC players. You think you're hot shit now, just you wait.
Well, that's Monster Hunter is one of those games that has that type of deal where if you complain about something, there's always that one guy that's like, He doesn't know, man. He hasn't fought the fucking tempered version of this. The arc tempered version is the real fucking deal. This shit's easy. So that was one of my favorite things. There's always the one upper in chat, so to speak, when you play Monster Hunter. Which, Zeke, if you stream it, that might be something that annoys you, because it, in some cases, annoyed me. But it is what it is. That just comes with the territory of streaming these type of games.
Are we going to move on to Zeke stuff and then close out the show? I got one little game thing I did to talk about, and that's about it.
Sure. Yeah. What's going on?
Okay. Only last little thing is I played the Surge 2 DLC, which was pretty fun. It actually takes place on an aircraft carrier that gets converted into a high-end suburb. So it's literally like you rope up onto this aircraft carrier and you are in the backyard with grass and everything of a dude barbecuing in like this very weird little suburban town. It is a weird DLC. It is a short DLC, but it's more Surge 2, and I had a lot of fun in it. So that's really all I have to say about it. But it was really cool.
More weapons or what?
More weapons, more armor sets. There's a few bosses, some new characters. Some streamers make some voice acting debuts.
I saw that you were in the game. I did see that. Yeah.
That was kind of fun. They gave me a line or two. But yeah, overall, it's a pretty short DLC. Unfortunately, I think it's the only DLC that we're getting that's like actual content, which is kind of disappointing because I really loved the Surge 2, and I was hoping we were going to see like some big new areas added. But yeah, it was fun. It was great for what it was, and definitely had like an interesting little ending decision, and some other cool stuff as well. So for Surge 2 fans, I think they'll like it. But if you're not a Surge 2 player, it's not like you got to play this because it's DLC. Like it's more Surge 2.
Yeah, cool. And then
I also played EDF.
Which EDF did you play?
5.
Is that the most
I had to play EDF.
One?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. And I had to play that in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on a Nintendo, but unfortunately my Nintendo corrupted. So I was not able to do quite as much of that as I was hoping. But yeah, so the EDF was, man, it was a thing. Oh my God, dude.
Have you never seen anything?
EDF? I had never done an EDF before, and it was an experience. Like the voice acting and the story and the dialogue. Like what? I don't know what they were thinking in some cases. But yeah, it was
by people that play it, they're
yeah,
they are rabid EDF fans, as I'm sure you experienced in chat. Yeah,
it is a thing.
Strippin actually is a huge fan of this game, believe it or not. He's really into it. I think actually Rami, this is like one of Rami's favorite games of all time.
Oh yeah, he goes on and on about this shit.
I completely see it.
Yeah. Zeke, you've played this before, right?
Yeah, I played a previous iteration, not the newest one, but I played a previous iteration with Man vs. Game when we did a Men's Day once, and it was just like stupid, awesome, loud, action, fun, giant ants and buildings and blowing each other up, blowing yourself up.
Yeah.
A lot of that, yeah.
It's a great game if you've got friends and you don't really care too much about what you're playing and you just want to kill some fucking monsters. It's if Monster Hunter is the hardcore version of this is the like memey, gonna have super fun, not that challenging at the start type game with friends. I think is how I would recommend that.
Dude, the story is so ridiculous.
It's so stupid. It's
unbelievably just like
the giant aliens are attacked.
Yeah, I know. They look like us. No, they're 5-story frogs. Like, what are you talking about?
Right. I forgot.
What
about
are you
line.
saying?
I forgot about.
I don't know
line.
if I can attack them. They look exactly like us. No, they're 5-foot tall, towering cybernetic amphibians. They look absolutely nothing like us, and they're trying to kill you and everyone you love. I think you can get over it. Like, oh my God, dude.
I remember that line.
And leaving the thing, some of the dialogue they said, just, oh God. Every other line was just a complete ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zeke, I don't know if you played EDF 5. I bet you would love EDF 5.
It's a pretty good dumb game.
Hilariously, just it's just stupid entertainment pretty much the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. All right.
Did you play with chat or did you
I know EDF 5 written by Tommy Wiseau.
Oh,
an alien pops up and he's like, "Oh, hi, Mark."
Yeah. Zeke was asking, did you play it by yourself or with Chad or?
Yeah, I played it by myself. I mean, I might as well have played it with Chad as much as we were all like just having fun with it. But no, I played it pretty much by myself and just had fun with it that way.
Cool. Yeah, I
had all the different courses and classes and stuff.
I don't know how easy it is, Zeke, to like get people into a lobby to play with. I don't know if you have to have like people on your friends list, or if you can have an open lobby, or what, in terms of like getting multiplayer games going as a streamer with chat. I don't know how hard it is. So,
are these guys AI then?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's tons of AI around the whole time. They kind of, in fact, some of them you can even like order around and stuff like that. There's 4 different classes. So there's lots of different variants in the way that you play and stuff. And the missions are short, they're quick, lots of power-ups to get. And yeah, I mean, again, it's super simplistic, just shoot 'em up fun, wrapped in like a very memey, really kind of just stupidly weird and entertaining world. Yeah, pretty great. Very Independence Day stuff like this. Like the ships open up at the bottom and they're like, we have to shoot them when they open up. It's like, okay, cool. Like, all right. So,
they know what the fuck they're doing.
And stuff. Oh yeah, of course they do.
Yeah.
But yeah. Very fun. Very fun.
Cool. All right.
If I'm gonna go back to that game, I need a lot more beer. Like, that's a drinking game. I could totally see myself playing that game again with a lot of beer. Just take a sip every time they say something ridiculous, kind of thing. And yeah.
Makes sense.
Also, you can sing with everybody.
Oh yeah.
So there's like little voice lines of actual singing dialogue, and you can make your character sing something, and then all the NPCs around you will like parrot it back to you, and you're like EGF. You can all like start cheering and stuff. It's so ridiculous.
It's a good time.
What if we did a drop frames games EDF day, and we just got fucking plastered
with Rami?
I will do that next.
No, we can't do it with Rami. He doesn't drink.
Oh, well, it might actually be more fun if Rami was the sober one. I think.
Yeah,
he can be the DD. He can get us all home after the show.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh God, he'd fucking hate it. I want to do it so bad now.
Yeah, we should message him, see if he's interested for sure. All right, let's
1,000% down with this.
Let's talk Fran Bow. Zeke, can I show VODs of this? Like, is this one of those games where I can't show stuff because
you can? Yeah, be my guest.
Okay, all right. How was this? And kind of set this up a little bit for people that don't know what this game is.
Fran Bow is the previous one of the previous games made by Kill Monday Games, who made Little Miss Fortune. If you remember from my game of the year or my playthrough of it, same dev team made this game. I want to like 2000. Hold on, 17, 15. Wow, 2015. And so it's been quite a few years since they made Fran Bow, but yeah, it's made by the same dev studio, but and you can absolutely tell. This one is not voice acted.
Okay.
So I mean, it does have like ambient sound and music and all that kind of stuff, but all the lines are just text. So I did all the my dumb little voices and stuff like that throughout the game. Wow, you're really focusing on this. Like, can we just fast
I was just thinking, I was like, people are going to watch this and think it's just fucking tic-tac-toe. This game, that's great. I love it.
This is a dumb game and it's dumb. So, but so Fran Bow is a basically a point and click adventure. It doesn't play like Little Miss Fortune. This plays like a point and click game. You have an inventory, you walk around, you only use the mouse, you don't need to use anything else. But you meet all these interesting characters throughout the thing. Like you first start out in like a mental hospital, and you find out throughout the game that like you discover what's going on with you. You play I think I can't remember, like the main character's 10 or 12 years old, somewhere around there. And you find out she's in a mental hospital because.
Am I showing the right game? Is this is?
Yeah, this is the game.
All right, okay.
Yep. No, but you go to this is a part of the story. It's very weird. That's why it doesn't matter where you really like go in the VOD, because the story is a little confusing and convoluted. You have to like kind of like piece it together.
This little rock is cracking me up. I'm sorry. His like side eye there reminded me of my fucking dog, and he was just cracking me up.
Yeah. You're basically talking to a mountain.
Okay. Is
what you're talking to in this particular section, because there's like these dimensions. And this is one of the dimensions. And in this dimension, you are taken out of your human body and you are made into like a log. like an inanimate log. You're just laying there,
Hmm.
and your cat has to find some way to make you human again. But
As you do.
in this particular part, she can't make you human, but they can give you arms and legs. So the the tree wizard comes over, casts a spell on you, and you grow like leaf hair and wooden arms and wooden legs, so you can actually, move around and stuff. And you talk to bugs, you talk to mountains, you talk to tree people, like all kinds of different like characters but this is just this particular world. Most of the game, you're walking around as Fran Bow, the little girl. And you discover like there's puzzles like to figure out, not like one screen puzzles, not like sliding puzzles and stuff like that. It's in-game puzzles.
Gotcha.
So they'll say like, we need you to give me the shoes of this grasshopper dancer guy. And in order to do that, first you have to have a ticket to the dance. Second, you have to figure out how to make him stop dancing to get his fucking shoes off and that kind of stuff. But one of the first mechanics of the game is you have a bottle of pills that you got from the insane asylum.
That explains a lot.
You'll be walking around looking at normal scenery, like you'll see like some patients in the hospital, and then you'll take the bottle of pills, and it's like remember I think it was a Super Nintendo Link Zelda game where you would go from Light World to Dark World.
Oh yeah.
It was kind of like that. Like you take the pills and it just goes, and it's the same place, but like you'll see like your parents dead, sliced up like fucking lunch meat and shit like that. It's dark. Yeah, it can get really dark. It's not just like all, sweetness and light. There's blood and darkness, and like there's like a horse with its head cut off with a stick and like a fucking bag with a face on it and shit like that. It's like nightmare stuff.
I found the nightmare stuff.
I like that picture.
You like
that? Wow. Sure.
Yeah, if you like disturbing imagery, dark humor, a lot of that kind of stuff. Like in this, I'm not sure if this is a place where I can take pills. Now this is who you normally play as through the entire thing.
Is this Fran?
This is Fran Bow. There you go. I took the pills, and that's the world it shows. Like there's blood stains, there's this dark shadow figure. And this is like one of the answers to the puzzles was like, the shadow monsters don't like moisture, so you have to find water and blah blah blah. But you meet all these different weird characters throughout the thing, and trying to piece together the story at the end is
Jesus Christ
tough because it takes place like through the perspective and the eyes of a girl with a psychosis of some sort. But it was a great adventure, little confusing, but the dark imagery and the juxtaposition, like they did with Little Misfortune, the juxtaposition of an innocent child put into these very serious situations, and her reactions are so innocent and so sweet. Like she'll see like a dead body, like and go like, "Oh, are you just sleeping? No, you're not just sleeping. Well, my parents died too, so maybe you'll see them sometime," or something like that. Like very innocent, childlike stuff with these very serious situations, and it's haunting and it's great. The imagery is fantastic. I had a blast with it.
I got to admit, hearing and seeing this, and then realizing the tangents between Little Misfortune, like that's kind of wild. They really didn't kind of go outside of their comfort zone for Little Misfortune, did they?
There's stuff in this game that directly they took from this game and like put it in Little Misfortune. So if you play Little Misfortune after this game, you'll see stuff. Like I was walking around Fran Bow and going like, "Oh shit, they took this and put it in that game. Oh, there's another reference. Oh wow, okay." Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, he's a nice skeleton guy.
Yeah, that and like you meet that guy and you're like, "Oh shit, this guy's gonna be the bad guy." But no, he's like one of the good guys.
Cool. How long was your playthrough of this? Decent amount of time. I saw 4 different streams.
Let's see. around 12 hours.
Okay.
But like that was me like speaking every single line and stuff like that. But I think a normal playthrough is like 8 or 9.
Gotcha. I'll take it off the screen because I think we're getting into spoiler territory possibly.
I mean, it is 5 years old. So.
Is this on Steam?
It is, yes. It's on Steam, and it is $14.99.
Cool.
Thankfully, that's a game like Below or that kind of thing, or Journey, where it's like it's kind of timeless. It doesn't really matter when it was made.
Yeah.
Like the graphic style is timeless, the gameplay is timeless. So
yeah.
I'm gonna try that game someday.
All right. You mentioned this before, so let's get to it before we start running out of time. Let's do it Indie Sunday here. You started off with it's not Nice Words. What's the name of this game? Kind Words?
Kind Words.
Kind Words. Yeah. So I've heard a lot about this game, and I've seen a lot about this game. Set it up, and then I'll ask the same question that I did to you prior to the show.
You bet. Kind Words was a game that I had put up on Indie Sunday a couple Sundays in a row. No one ever voted for it. So I decided to just take it upon myself. I was like, I want to play this. I've heard enough people talk about it. And I heard like in Rami's like end of the year thing for Giant Bomb or whatever, he mentioned it.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm going to play this. I want to see what it's all about. And it's not a game. It's, there are like 4 different things you can do. You can write a note and put it out in the world and see who responds to it. You can respond to other people's notes that they put out there. You can see those paper airplanes. Those are just like positive messages or whatever messages like you want to throw out, and they just travel around the server.
This message is like a real person that wrote this.
Yes, they're all real people.
Yeah, and it gets like pretty introspective on a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, see this one. I care too much what other people think about me. I'm always trying to please others and don't ever really feel like myself. And that's the sentiment.
Yeah.
So I am going to I actually took this seriously. I didn't make it a joke or anything because I think
that's very real.
Yeah,
it is. It's absolutely real, and it's totally anonymous. It kind of reminds me of those that website that was having that had an uptick there for a while where you would just anonymously put secrets.
Oh,
I can't remember what the name of it was. But
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you would put secrets like I'm in love with his brother and he doesn't know, and you would just put that there, just to get it off your chest or whatever.
Yeah. Post
very awkward because he's my cousin.
Yeah, post secret. That's what it was. Post secret.
That's the Midwest version. Post secret. Anyways, easy joke.
But yeah, so you you receive these messages anonymously. They have one initial, and then you write them a response if you'd like. And I went through a few of them. I didn't answer every one that I came across because some of them had to do with things I was not I had no life experience with, so I'd skip those. But the things I had life experience with, I'd sat down with chat and we played it for a couple of hours. We wrote nice messages to these people, and it was cathartic. It felt really good.
That's what a lot of people have said that have played this, is that it's it's the feelest good game out there. Because it's essentially like group therapy, especially if you stream it. But it could be very introspective, especially if you're the one posting stuff. From what I've seen, because like you said, it gets real. And my understanding is that they moderate. The question that I had before, I guess is a good time to ask it before the show when you mentioned you had played this, is the fact I first saw this game maybe 3 or 4 months ago, and they stated then that it's not trolly. You don't get a lot of jackasses that jump in here and see it. Did you see or get anything like that? Did you post anything that saw jackasses that are just out there to shit on people or anything like that?
I didn't actually post anything of my own because I told chat this during that. I was like, I'm in a very good place in my life right now. So I'd much rather give the kind words than receive them.
Wait, when you say you didn't post anything, you did post responses to other people? Posting, I'm assuming means you're putting up your own questions?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, questions or this statement said, I care too much what other people think about me. I feel like a rock while talking and have no social skills. And that's something they wanted to get off their chest and have responses made to them. So I made a response, and I'm typing it out right now.
Yeah.
But I didn't have anything of my own that I felt warranted kind words towards me. So I just spent the couple of hours typing out responses and talking to chat. choosing the right words. It was fun to have chat in there. Like, I don't like this word. What do you guys think? Like, maybe this word would fit better. And we like constructed letters together to, to give other
That's
people
remarkably wholesome.
Dude, that's a not gonna lie, that's a great response you're typing there too. Like that's really cool, man. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, dude. It was like I said, it was
gets
really
heavy.
cathartic.
Yeah.
And it was nice to show people like I'm, not all just, rage and fart jokes and stuff like that. Like I want to show all facets of myself, and I do have a heart that is apt for caring.
Sure.
Apt, whatever.
That works.
You know what I mean?
Sizes too small.
Sure.
But yeah, like if you want, like it's definitely a feel good game. There's some heavy shit that you come across.
Yeah. I saw
people in my chat were saying the thing that we fall into as streamers when we get letters from other people is, or not fall into, but like one of the pitfalls would be trying to give advice about something that maybe a medical professional or something of that nature would be better suited to give advice to.
Yep.
So I really tried to make the distinction that I am telling someone else about my life experience. I am not telling them to go do this or go do that. I'm saying in my experience, this is what happened. So I really try to draw that line, as opposed to like tell someone to go get help or, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Consider it.
But yeah, it's Kind Words. It's on Steam right now. It's $4.99. It's not a game. It's just kind of like an experience. It was really cool. And also the actual full name is Kind Words, in parentheses, lo-fi chill beats to write to. And they definitely were lo-fi chill beats.
Yeah, the music is pretty chill. There is some sort of like gamification though, where like you're collecting stickers or something like that. Did you see any of that?
Well, yeah, I mean, when you get your first, like, when I wrote a response to one of the messages, they almost immediately, someone who was online at the time that I answered, and they sent back a sticker.
Gotcha.
That's how they tell you, like, I've got this, like, thank you for your reply. And then you get a sticker and you have like a sticker collection.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's the one game element, is that you can fill out your sticker book with all the different stickers.
Yeah.
Dude, where was this game in my high school?
Right? Like it's a remarkable idea that this exists.
Oh my God, dude.
It's pretty awesome.
I would have been all over this.
Yeah. And like the at least the 3 letters that we've seen here, like they're all pretty real and like pretty heavy. Yeah.
The airplane notes are mostly just like things like you got this or something like that. But the airplane notes are more like frivolous stuff, like drink water, like, that kind of shit. So there was some like jokey stuff on the airplane. Like paper airplanes are just notes that go around to everybody, and you can catch them if you want to.
Yeah.
They like fly through your little room.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. No, it gets real. Like people don't hold back.
Yeah.
They do not hold back for sure.
Jeez, man.
Yeah. So I'm glad you played this. I'm glad that we got to talk about it here on the show.
Yeah, same.
I am too. I got choked up more than once.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, you have about 2 hours of it, and they're pretty intense. Let's skip ahead to the next game here. On when was this, Indie Sunday? A while back, Christmas time-ish.
Yeah, it was December 29th.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Oh God, this game. Do
you remember the name of this? Because it's Games and Demos.
Yes, it was, I believe. I'm looking at my Steam here, and it should be right next to Kind Words.
Hey, super quick while Zeke is doing that. If anyone did want to play Kind Words, Chris CGN in my chat just said, just checked, Kind Words is indeed free with the Humble Trove. So if you think that might help you, or you want to participate, it's a great way to get it.
Awesome.
Did I get this one from Itch or something? Because I'm not seeing it in my Steam catalog. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. I know what I did. I uninstalled it. That's why it's not showing up.
Oh boy.
Okay. It's called Death Park. No, it's not it wasn't a bad game for what it was. It was just like, it's not a game I'll play again. Death Park is the name of the game. Came out November 26, 2019 by Euphoria Games. I believe I'm pretty sure it's by a Russian development team, because there are some it's in English, but the translations can be wonky a little bit sometimes, and the posters on the wall were in Russian, like just the background art or whatever. But this is a game where I was like, what is the worst thing that I could play that people like phobias? Like, this game, you get chased around by a demon clown, like throughout the entire game.
Okay.
Yes. Can you solve all the puzzles and escape from the scary clown in this horror game? It's already waiting for you. It's the blurb. It's $5.99 on Steam. And it's just like a survival game, not a survival game. It's you're just being chased. You have to find keys. You have to hide from the clown. You have to go from level to level. You only get so many saves throughout the game. So if you don't save wisely, you can get use up all your saves and have to do long stretches of the game without being caught by the clown. And some of them can be kind of frustrating. For what it is, and for the budget it looked like it had, it was actually a lot of fun. Pretty fucking terrifying at times too. Graphical quality, obviously that's a money thing, but it was suspenseful. The scenery changed enough to keep me interested. You go from the outside, amusement park, into this maze-ish kind of hallway setting, different rooms and stuff. In order to get to the next level, you have to search around and find keys and stuff. And it's one of those games where if the enemy or the evil clown is close, the music starts picking up and you can hear its footsteps. You can hide a la Alien Isolation. You can hide in closets and stuff and look out and see him walk around in front of you. There was a couple of times where I was like, oh shit, he's close, and I grabbed the closet I was hiding in. I closed the door just as soon as he entered the room, and it was just and I was like, oh shit, he's gonna get me. It was actually pretty suspenseful. It's not super difficult puzzle wise to figure out. The main draw of the game for me was that you had to look around to find the things to get to the next level, while the clown is just fucking stomping around. And it's a terrifying clown model too.
Yeah, I bet.
It's like if you took a demon clown and put him through an Oddworld filter, it looks like that.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, it was fun. I mean, it's for what it was. I thought it was very well done.
There he is, the clown thing. It's walking away though.
And he fucking stomps too. He stomps like Mr. X. He's just douche, 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 douche.
Cool. Let me go to the next one. Well, you played that for a while, actually. I think. Is it the same game?
Yep.
Yes,
same game.
it is. Okay. This looks like a puzzle game of sorts. What is this?
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
This game looked like it had a lot of potential. I got I got Portal, a little bit of Portal vibes from it and stuff like that, but honestly, the puzzles in it, I'm not going to give it a bad review. It's called the Pyramid Prison, by the way.
Gotcha.
Is the name of the game. I didn't put it up in the upper left corner of the VOD.
No, it is.
Oh, you're cutting off.
Yeah, it cuts off a little bit of the top left. I think this is from when we did Game of the Year, so I was cutting off the top of the Notepad app. I'll fix it.
Oh, okay. Because that's why I put it put the game title at the top left corner.
Yep. Yeah.
For drop frames or whatever. But it's called the Pyramid Prison. It's a puzzle game all the way through. There's a lot of complex puzzles in it, meaning math, geometrical visualization.
I'm
of stuff.
out. I'm done. Get me out of here. Hit the
pattern
eject
recognition,
button.
all that kind of stuff. And I didn't play it for super long. I played it for less than an hour, and the reason is it was stale. Like there wasn't action to keep it going.
Right.
It was just like sitting down with a puzzle book, which is fun. But for Indie Sunday, I was like, this is not what I want. It's boring me because I'm not like doing a lot of stuff. I'm sitting here looking at one screen for a long time.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And the puzzles were pretty goddamn complex. So I would have like spent hours like trying to figure out one or two of them. And I just said, okay, we're going to move on. So, but I want to give it its due. It's called Pyramid Prison. Came out the 19th of last year, December 19th last year, by Bear Arts, Berarts. I'm guessing like Berlin. I think it's a German company.
What if that's just like a fart? What if it's like Berarts, you know?
Is that actually how you pronounce it?
It's developed by Farts Limited. It's only another good point. It's only $3. It's $2.99 on Steam.
Gotcha. Okay, not that much investment. Makes sense. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yep.
And then there was one. Wait, was there one more? Is this more?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
What's this?
This was another game
Shadowland
that I might have given more time to, but it is also very bleak and very like it slowed everything down.
Are you playing Jimmy Neutron?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay. All right. Jimmy Neutron crossover. Gotcha.
No, this is a puzzle game. It's called Shadowland. It's a puzzle platformer game where you have to move. See those little we'll see it. We'll see it eventually. But
it's like a painting in the background.
There's sources of light, and if it passes through an object, it creates shadow, and you can jump on the shadow. Basically, so that's how you work out how the puzzle elements of the game work. Is that sometimes they move on their own, like they are now, and there's other times where you find these little stations where you can actually move the light yourself.
That's pretty cool.
And like this is one of them.
Creative.
So you'll see. Hopefully, if I get over there, but yeah, you take those little balls of light and you move it around that center block to see the shadow, and you have to use the shadow to get the key. So you have to have the shadow like as a ramp up to the right hand side to get the key.
Gotcha.
And then you have to have the other shadow to the left hand side to get that other station or whatever. So like it's a pretty cool platformer. I'm not sure why their color. There are times when they're like in the trailer, it had color. I'm guessing that's what happens later. But looking at this screen and having like this calming music,
it's pretty dry.
After the game I just got done playing, I'm just like, I can't do it, man. It's putting me to sleep. I can't do it. Like any other time, like putting this game in the middle of two like fun actiony games would be a nice respite.
Yeah.
But like one after the other, I was just like, I can't do both of these in a row. I'm sorry. So I did not play it for that long. I think I played it for like half an hour or something. I went, I can't do it. So I spent the rest of the day like just doing words games. But if you want to know, it's called Shadowland. It's a 2D platformer where you control lights, user shadows. Came out July 3rd of 2019 by David Surratt, published and developed, and it is $7.99 on Steam.
Cool.
And that's indies.
Yeah, that was the final game there. The other thing you've been doing on your channel is CD-ROM number 2, CD-ROM 2020. What's the official name of it? What are we going with?
The second annual CD-ROM-a-thon.
The second annual CD-ROM-a-thon. I knew it was in there somewhere.
Biglionamaramacon.
How's it gone so far? What? Let me pull up some of the VODs. I know you've been playing a bunch of different games, so.
Well, I've only played 2 games so far.
Okay.
Because I did start I started a week late, so we might extend it into the first week of February, just so we can give it like a proper month or whatever.
Sure.
But we started out. The first day was Dune, from 1993, CD-ROM game. It was the game of the movie of the book. So
okay,
it had cameos and character models that some of them looked like the movie. So like the guy you're playing, the main character, you look in the mirror and that's a character model of Kyle MacLachlan, who was the original the Kwisatz Haderach, the fucking Atreides.
I can't help you. I've not seen Dune. Full
All
disclosure.
Atreides.
Okay.
Yep, and that's your mother. That's the character model of the actress who played your mother. However, like some of the cameos that you're expecting are not in this. Like no Sting, no Patrick Stewart. Baron Harkonnen is a different model completely than it was in the movie. However, you will get like video clips from the actual movie in the game as you like progress the story. So you'll see like different clips of him like Paul doing like his training with the combat drone that drops from the ceiling. Like he's using the sound weapon or whatever it's called. I can't fucking remember. But every once in a while you'll get those as tidbits as you progress through the story. But I thought it was going to be a point and click adventure game, and it starts off kind of like that, but then it totally like turns, and you're like, oh shit, this is a management game. It is totally a management game. You find these oh god, what are the Fremen like huts called, or the Fremen caves called? They're called something, and I can't fucking think of the name. Siege.
Siege.
They're called sieges. There's these sieges all over the map. You go to each one of them. You talk to the Fremen leader there. The Fremen are like the people who live on Dune, and they're like the natives of Dune. And you talk to them. You try to recruit them to your side, and then you set them to either be in the military, like an army force, or to mine spice, which is like the whole point of the game is to oust the Harkonnens from Dune by gathering up spice to fund your stuff, fund your, army, and then recruiting Fremen also to like fight for you and yada yada. If you know the story of Dune, it makes sense.
Okay.
But it turns out like you're just moving like Fremen from siege to try and like this place is mined out of spice, so you got to go to this place. And in order to mine it successfully or more efficiently, you take a driller. Fuck, what's it? I forgot. Gatherer, whatever it is. It's something that gathers up spice. It's like a combine or something like that. Harvester. Thank you, a harvester. And it's the good things about it. Fully voice acted. Like all these lines fully voice acted. Yes. So it was fun to play. Like I didn't have to do a lot of reading out loud, like do different characters and stuff like that. So it was relaxing. I mean, I don't mind doing that, but it's nice to have a game like this so that it's fully voice acted. So I don't have to do the whole thing. But something like it was fun for a day. I only played it for one broadcast until I was like, oh shit, it's a management game. I don't think I'm going to give it like any more time. We got all the fun out of it. I think I could, like with all the references and all the video clips and stuff like that. But I didn't want to take it to its like conclusion, because it would just been like, all right, we got to make sure this spice mine is getting mined. We got to go over here and make sure this army is fully equipped and blah, blah, blah. Not my thing, but it was fun for what it was while it lasted.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is Dune good? Like, is the source material good, Zeke? As someone who's never seen a single thing except heard Adam talk about spice a lot, and I think he was talking about the movie and not just spices. Is it good? Is it worthwhile checking out?
Okay. I've never read the book.
Okay.
But my best friend from high school, or one of my best friends from high school, like it's his favorite book series of all time.
Okay.
He reads voraciously.
Yeah.
Loves those books. While I was playing, so many people were in the chat going like, fucking my favorite series, my favorite books, all this kind of stuff. So it's very well beloved. The movie, the David Lynch movie is fucking fantastic.
Oh, David Lynch did the movie? Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
That's going to be weird as shit.
The most iconic movie. The Dune has been made into several different movies.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. There's like Aronofsky. No, I think that's a documentary. But like, I think there's at least 3 different Dune movies. Gotcha. The most iconic one is the one with Sting and Kyle MacLachlan and Patrick Stewart and
Yeah. Because I know it's being made into a new one, so I was just trying to.
And there's going to be a new one this year.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm kind of like you, JP. My only real experience with Doom was like the CNC style RTS.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
I remember seeing that box, but I was playing StarCraft at the time, so no other RTS.
That was a fun game too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's had like many different CD-ROM iterations as well.
Oh, really?
Oh, for sure.
I just remember the boxes were cool. Dune had some good boxes
Yeah.
back in the day.
I got this one. Well, I got it brand new. It wasn't in a box. It wasn't a box game.
Oh.
This game came like this in the like it didn't have the rubber bands around it, but it was, it was in the cellophane.
Oh.
And that was it. And it's like all bowed out and stuff because when like this is how it came new. Just this in the cellophane. With the fucking
hanging in there,
with the fucking CD just sandwiched in the middle of the fucking instruction book, just like that. But it was brand new. Like I love getting it brand new because you can look at all like the requirements for it. You know, you got to make sure you have like enough like CD-ROM space, enough memory.
Does it retain?
I know you have a sound card, but do you have a sound blaster? Because it's really important that you have a sound blaster.
SB16, man, that's the way to go. I'm telling you, it's the most universal sound blaster to use or audio source to use.
Does it smell like
just
a new
make
game?
sure it's updated?
Does it still? Did it retain the new game smell?
Minor.
Yeah.
More old.
I haven't had a new game smell in a long time because you buy everything digitally. You know, they need to get. Yeah. They shouldn't invent this, but they need to invent the sniff-o-meter thing that I could plug into the computer so that when you download a game and buy it on Steam, it fills your air with a new game smell. Be great.
You just need one of those air fresheners.
Do they make a new game smell air freshener?
A new game smell air freshener would be cool.
Ooh, that'd be pretty good. I wonder if there's I wonder if you can buy a candle. New game smell candle. There's got to be one for that.
You could buy a candle of Gwyneth Paltrow. You know what? Never mind.
No, let's not.
Never mind.
Let's not get there. Yeah. Let's not go there.
And we can talk about
because you got a bunch more. You're gonna be playing a bunch more. Let's kind of condense them.
We can talk about I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream because I'm finishing it after the show today because I only have one character left.
Okay.
I'm finishing it later today, so I would love to talk about it after I get it done.
Yeah. We'll mention it next week. And then how was the Far Cry co-op? Just real quick. It's still as ridiculous as ever.
It's 5 hours and we did 3 quests. It was fucking great, man. Okay. It's always so much fun to play with my friend DP of the Sour Kool-Aid Show. Follow him, twitch.tv/Sour Kool-Aid Show. God, he's terrible. It's like I don't realize like how much I've learned and how much is muscle memory and how much like just gaming has taught me certain things are like set.
Yeah.
And like I know that this does this and this does this until I play games with him and I'm like, I'm doing okay. I'm fucking just fine. Because that dude he killed himself, he killed us, he threw grenades when he wasn't supposed to.
As you do.
Innocent civilians were dying. He'd jump out of cars in the middle because he was trying to reload his weapon. Like, it's like I have so much fun playing any games with that guy.
I get it. Well, cool. I think that's
but we didn't play any of the new stuff or the new game or anything like that. We just picked up where we left off because it didn't matter.
Yeah, you don't.
You're not there to make progress.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that's it. Anything else you guys want to bring up? Cohh, you're still Tarkoving off stream, still into the Tarkov stuff?
Yeah, still doing Tarkov off stream. Gonna probably be getting it on stream a little bit, like an afternoon on Thursday or Friday to jump in and say hi. And then Coder on Saturday, and Witcher 3 after that.
Are you modding it, Coder?
You use the widescreen stuff? Okay. So not only am I using a Coder 1 widescreen patch, but shout out to my community members, Revan and then Siberian. There is a Reddit thread up, if I kid you not.
Revan, nice.
His name is, XXX Revan XXX. It's perfect.
Nice.
But there is a Reddit thread up for Coder 1 that has, I kid you not, like 50 plus mods. And these are mods that like fix models. They add 3D models where it's normally like not a 3D model, all sorts of widescreen, the whole 9 yards. And I was like, man, I'm looking at this list and I'm like, I don't have 4 hours to install all these.
To
it's
mod,
like instructions for each one. So then my other community member, Siberian, he's like, okay, I got you. So he apparently somehow, via some kind of software magic, installed all the mods on his side and then pulled out just the stuff I needed. And then he sent me a zip file and I copied that into my SWTOR directory.
It worked.
Or KOTOR directory. Whoops. And it all works. So like from one copy paste, I have like a 50 plus modded KOTOR
That's
thing.
awesome.
It runs, it opens. Like if it actually works the entire way through, I'm gonna be thrilled.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're starting that on Saturday at 8 a.m. and it's been 15 years since I've played this.
It's probably been about that long since I played that. Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to
I
it.
still remember that fucking quest where you got to collect there's someone like wings or something in the very early of that game. And I remember I don't know what about it frustrated me, but something about it really pissed me off. It was in the first area that you go into. It's been too long. I'm just kind of grasping at straws for what happens there, but
I don't remember anything about this game.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like I don't remember the story. I don't remember the characters. I don't remember anything. I remember one thing that I really loved it when I played it.
It's good.
That's it.
It's
it's
gonna make you sad that they haven't made any more. Is what's gonna do.
Yeah. I've got KOTOR 2 after 1 that I'm gonna be playing it at some point. I don't know if I'm gonna get that done before the March-April rush, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I got a mod Witcher 2 tonight. I don't know what that involves. So
I am looking forward to your Witcher 2 playthrough, and that's gonna be fun.
Apparently, all the mods just make it look like Witcher 3, which is kind of interesting. They have like a dynamic HUD and stuff like that that'll remove all the HUD elements unless you're in combat, and there's like updated graphics, like 4K textures and stuff like that I'll install. So we will see. And no, I'm not playing Witcher 1 because after all of the stuff I heard about Witcher 1, I think, as Zeke suggested yesterday on Court of Swords, I made the right choice because I'd probably just end up quitting from frustration. I heard the combat is not that great in the Witcher 1. So I got to watch a story recap because I know it's important, but it is what it is. It has a lot of mods to it. I don't think it has any like combat fix mods though. So I've heard that's the worst part of it.
It's very clunky.
I didn't realize that they had like cityscapes in Witcher 1 as well. I watched like a trailer of it or something of the remastered version that came out in 2008, I think is what it was. Mm-hmm. They had like full on cityscapes and everything in that game.
There's actually a couple chapters that take place almost entirely in cities.
Really? Huh. I had no idea. I thought it was just like your Hun dudes.
There's an entire chapter. This is not really spoiler, especially since you're not going to play it.
I'm just going to read.
There's an entire chapter that is an investigation. Like you have to actually like follow. Like it's kind of cool because it gives you what happened, and then you kind of have to decide like where to go. What am I looking for when I go there? And like there's all these like little fun things about it that's kind of cool. And yeah, it's a fun game. It's a fun game, but it's an older game, and it was one of CDPR's first games, and it shows. Like there's a lot of QOL stuff and little things, especially the combat system. They tried to do this weird mouse keyboard hybrid system for combat, and it's like really bad if you try to do it the way they want you to. But if you just use the mouse, it's actually totally fine.
Wait, that game doesn't have controller support, right? Isn't that
I don't think it has controller support.
Okay,
but the way that it works is you can pick like mouse and keyboard, like if the way you want to move and stuff. And the thing is if you use the mouse and keyboard, you're constantly fighting between the two because when you click on something to target it, your character kind of does this sort of like light auto move to it. But if you only use the mouse to move around and target, then it's actually really easy and intuitive. But if you try to do it like you would any other game, then you're constantly like wrestling between the two controls, and it feels very clunky and strange and odd. Yeah, it's a unique game.
Sounds a little bit nightmarish. It was a lot of fun reading the brief story recap. I'll probably watch a video or something on it. But recognizing names from the TV show and being like, oh, that's fault. I know that king name and I know that other name there. Yeah. So I'm hoping that the story actually hooks me now that I have references from the TV show and I'm already invested in that world. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But that's tomorrow is when I'll be starting that. And then probably, depending on how long it gets through, I'll start Witcher 3 this summer or something. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it that quick. Anyways, that's the end of the show. We should probably do some shout outs and call it out. Call it a show. So, Zeke.
Call it out.
Call it out.
What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for watching. My name is Ezekiel the Third. You can find me at /Ezekiel_I. Excuse me. On Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. I will be broadcasting in about an hour on my own channel. Nice. I'm going to be broadcasting the last character of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream CD-ROM from 1995. The second installment for the CD-ROM-a-thon. If you want to see the last character get completed and be the first to vote on what you want to see next, I will be heading to my UPS box right now after the show gets done. In the meantime, to grab some stuff because I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's more like games waiting for me there. So we're gonna put the poll up on Twitter. So follow my Twitter if you want to vote on what's next. Got some great games. I've got these ones at least. I've got Lighthouse. I've got Mad Dog McCree. I've got Darcy Demoniac. I've got Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. So I've got some good games to pick from. So keep your eye on Twitter. You guys get a vote. What's next? Yeah, and thanks to Cohh and JP for being co-hosts on this fucking funky show we do. That's it.
It is indeed funky. They don't shower,
dude.
So.
Those games are so awesome. Like, oh my god!
And dude, and most of them are like cellophane, brand new. I get them brand new if I can.
I have been frozen in time. Okay, I think we're back.
Yeah, you're slowly rebuilding.
Slowly rebuilding.
Do some shout outs. Get stronger.
Yes. First of all, I would like to thank JP this week for getting our cards right, because I kid you not, I think I bruised a rib last week trying to be Zeke. It's hard to be Zeke, guys. Don't try it at home.
You get a lot of illnesses when you're trying to be Zeke.
I tried to flip out of my chair, but instead I just landed on it, and I still have this like hard pain in my bottom right. But what are you gonna do?
My mods were more than happy to make that an alert for a few days.
I know, it was great. Anyway, thank you, Zeke and JP, as always. A lot of fun this week. My name is Cohh. I'm going to be streaming Monster Hunter, most likely Thursday and Friday with some EFT in the afternoons. Then on Saturday, as we have talked about, I'm starting my Coder 1 run. As we play through Coder, we'll probably do some other fun games as well in the afternoons. Maybe a couple full days of Coder. We'll see. And then after that, we will most likely be starting our Witcher 3 adventure, so we can get that all wrapped up before the big slew of releases coming in March and April. But anyway, as always, guys, thank you all for watching. Hope to see you in the stream before next Wednesday. And if I don't, then see you next week for Drop Frames EDF edition featuring Strippin'. Can't wait.
What? Strippin'?
Wait,
no,
what? That not
what? Are we not? EDF with I thought we were playing with Rami in EDF.
Oh, but I thought he didn't drink. Did we establish he didn't drink?
Yeah, but he'd be the designated driver.
Oh, that's a good point. Yes, with Rami.
Yeah.
Okay, so EDF. Can we do 5 people?
We might. Yeah, that might be able to be happening.
Let's do it both. Why not both?
We'll see.
But yeah, anyway, hope to see y'all next week for whatever adventure we get into at that point, whatever it is. We're not going to have any new releases for like months, so we'll have to figure out some theme shows.
Yeah, the shows are going to be a little bit interesting.
Some DF games.
Yeah,
coming up here.
I know. We already have one. We talked about having Troy Baker on in the past. We've confirmed that he will be on the show. We don't have a date just yet. We'll probably be able to announce that by next week. So that'll be an episode. And then we'll see where we go with that.
Biggs, my man.
Yeah, we got to talk to him about that. I'll do shout outs real quick. Tomorrow we are starting The Witcher 2. We'll see how that goes. I got to mod it first, so it won't be jumping straight into the game. We also got to watch some Witcher 1 recaps. I'll do that all on stream. Immediately following the show today, we'll be jumping into Monster Hunter for probably the last time on stream. I think Strippin's playing right now. So we'll probably jump into some games with him. And then tonight we've got another episode of Roleplay with Echoes of Eternity, I think is I always get this fucking name wrong. I always get Jesse's show name wrong because it's not. I don't. Chat, what's the name of Jesse's show? Tell me the name of the show that we run on the channel so I don't get it wrong. Roleplay Star Wars. Let's go with that. That's tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you want to watch that.
Fallen Order.
Yes. Yeah. The Fallen Order roleplay show happening tonight. And then we got Farverona on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. So that is as Cohh said. We got more drop frames next week. Maybe we will do the EDF thing. I don't know. We'll have to see. The thing that would suck is Cohh's done after he's done here. Me and Zeke have to keep streaming. So getting drunk at like noon, maybe.
Oh no, I'll call off the rest of my day. I don't give a fuck.
Oh God.
I'll bring out the Grey
if it
Goose
means I can be drunk and loud and obnoxious around Rami, don't tempt me, Frodo.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. He won't agree. You bet me.
I'll message him and I'll see what we can do. If not, we'll call up Strippin. We need Strippin to probably counterbalance us being bad, but I don't know if Strippin can drink. We'll figure it all out. There's no use in talking about it now. I don't want to deliver or not deliver on something that we're going to say we're going to deliver on. So we'll figure it out. We'll let you guys know, and we'll be back next week, 1 p.m. Eastern, for another Drop Frames episode. We're out. Have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.